and gentlemen, welcome to episode 75 of your show. That's right, it's the Kickout Crew. Want to thank everybody for the positive feedback from last week's episode. If you haven't checked it out, you should, because we were joined by Braden Toon for his second go-around on our show. And man, the sky is the limit for that dude, and we're real pumped for the opportunity to have him and talk to him. And we're really excited to see where he goes in the future, because dude's got a lot of talent, and he's really good. He's a really good kid, even though he's more of a man than most of us, I guess. But that being said, I want to welcome everyone to a brand new episode. We are episode 75 now, it seems. But as always, be sure to follow us on Twitter. Be sure, it's at Kickout Crew. It's at Kickout Crew on all of your socials, because it gets old explaining that every time. And always watch videos exclusively on Premier Streaming Network. That being said, I think I've rambled enough, so it's time to get into the episode. It's me still. So if you notice, we are without Devin. Sometimes miracles do happen, huh? But I want to say that want to welcome our friend Ben Jones to the show. Ben's been a big supporter of ours, over the year and a half, I guess you could say, or whatever it is. But yeah, big supporter of ours. He's a Afri Show top guy, like all of us. He resides down under and set up the Facebook page for the Afri Show community group, which I think has helped, bring a lot of us together more. So I really love that. And guess that's all I got. Ben, welcome to the show. You got anything for our millions and millions of fans?
Thank you for having me. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, actually, because I've been listening to you guys for, like you said, about a year and a half. So it's great to finally join you guys and tee up the time differences. So yeah, happy to be here.
Well, you know us, we are some men at work, so it's hard to line up everything, but I digress.
Yeah.
So what time is it? What time is it right now in your area, Bill?
It's 7:10 in the morning, Friday morning. So I've already had my coffee, so I'm good to go.
Nice. Hey, TGIF, huh?
It's
13 hours ahead of me.
You know what's so funny about it is that, I talk with Ben, at least on Messenger a lot, and I'm always thinking, like, we're in two different frames of mind. Like, I'm going to work, he's coming home from work. He's going to bed, I'm just getting my day kind of stuff. Like, I know how I feel when I'm going to work. I'm not in the greatest mood, but I know how I feel about 9-10 o'clock at night. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Then he's going. Like, I'm like, man, we're never going to be on the same page.
Oh, you should have been with us when we were doing the April Fool's joke. Us trying to go back and forth with each other. I was going to bed when he was giving me ideas, and then he was going to bed when I was shooting ideas. So it was weird trying to line everything up.
Oh, big time. And that was a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
That first time you were on a Zoom with us and we're all watching SmackDown, you're talking about maybe thinking about a cheeseburger in an hour and a half. And I'm like, going out to lunch. I'm like, what are you up to right now, Ben? You're like, no, I'm just listening to you guys sitting at my kitchen table. All right.
There's no real wrong time to be thinking about a cheeseburger, really.
That's true.
Great answer.
Good one.
Well, hell, why not keep the fun times rolling, huh? With a great segment, probably one of our most popular. It's all rant and stanton. So, Brad, can't wait to see what you got for us this week.
So my daughter turned 17, my youngest daughter, Lotus. It's always about Lotus lately, isn't it? So she decided to do a birthday brunch. Yeah. There's a place called the Iron Hill Brewery. Now, she wasn't drinking or anything like that, but they have a brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. It's nice. So my wife and I are going, and there's 11 girls going to go as well. So we meet everybody there. And of course, we're not going to sit with them. Okay. So we get there. We've already made a reservation for 2 tables, one for the 11. It was actually supposed to be 14. 11 came, and then one for us. And then right off the bat, the host is like, oh, really? You're not sitting with them? Now, let me tell you something. There is nobody here. Okay. We're talking 2 different, like, this is a big ass restaurant with a big ass outside. It's like 65, 70 degrees out. It's perfect out. There is plenty of room for us to set seats separately. So right off the bat, attitude. Don't like that. So then everyone orders. And again, we're sitting on the other side of him, and I hear the girl starts screaming. Perfect, right? And then they start screaming again. So my wife goes over there. She comes back. She goes, "Oh, it was just a couple of bees." So then they start screaming again. Again, there's bees everywhere. Now, there's like 25 bees surrounding these girls and like trying to sting them. And listen, I'm not one for one bee, with two bees, no big deal. But we're trying to have brunch here, and these bees are all over them and all over their food. And actually, one of them has an allergy. So we say something. The receptionist comes over to us and says, "Yeah, I could seat them somewhere else, but it can't be outside. So, I don't know what you want me to do." I'm like, "Well, all right, let's just give it a couple more minutes, see if they leave." And they didn't. So then they move the girls inside. And this guy comes by that was, I guess, he's like, "Where am I putting this food?" I said, "Oh, they're going inside." He goes, "Why is that?" And I said, "Because there's all these bees." He goes, "Huh, well, welcome to nature, pal."
Ooh.
Now I'm pissed. Okay. First off, this asshole's bald, and you know how I feel about bald people right off the bat. He's older like me, and I'm just thinking, like, nature's one thing, but getting stung by a bee while you're trying to eat is another. So I'm stewing now. My wife's stewing, and then we get the girls set up inside. So they still have the appetizer plates at this next table they're at, and they're serving their food, and there's no room. So we start moving the appetizer plates to the other table. Well, again, the receptionist comes over and says, and starts taking the plates and like moving them like this, like angry. Now, listen, I'm not saying that we spent $800 on this brunch, but good 2-3 bills. It wasn't cheap. So at the end, of course, my wife can't help herself but complain, because that's what she does. Like the dog that bit us about a month and a half, 2 months ago, she ended up going across the street and giving him attitude about it. So she can't help herself, because if she doesn't release this anger, she'll never she'll never let it go. So she goes and complains. Well, guess what the two managers are? Both the assholes that were giving us a hard time. So who do you complain to at that point? When the managers are the assholes, so we had to go. Now we're involved with a regional manager. What is coming out of this? What are we gonna get? 10% off our next meal? We're gonna get a couple of jackasses fired from the local Iron Hill Brewery. It's just nonstop, man. It's just nonstop. I don't understand why people just can't be polite to people. I work in a business where people hate me.
I only spend 1 week with Brad.
They hate me. I'm a car salesman. They come in with their defenses up, and I go out of my way to make people feel comfortable. Here you go to a place where you just want to eat some food and not be treated like shit. Second thing, not a rant. All right. But as we know, we have our good friend Ben Jones here, who is also known as Ben Chioda. Ben Chioda, son of our famous referee, Mike Chioda. Now, this is all a joke, but it came
illegitimate.
So it's come a long way. We have this thing where we are all part of ad-free shows, and there's a weekly mailbag called, it's Devin's favorite show, the Mailbag with Mike Chioda.
So, he likes us when he likes this show.
So every week we submit questions, and Ben's been playing this Ben Chioda thing for weeks and weeks and weeks now. So I said something on the last one. I said in a question, and it said something like, "Watch out for underground merchandise." There's Ben Chioda is going to be, you never know what it's going to show. It's something I made up, some bullshit, right? So I'm listening to another show on ad-free shows. It's called The Taskmaster, which has Kevin Sullivan, and our good friend Paul Bromwell is hosting it, who also hosts the Mailbag. And I thought Paul just did such a tremendous job on the show that I messaged him and said, "Hey, man, great job. You better watch yourself or you're going to find yourself another job." And he laughed. He goes, "Dude, you're not going to believe what happened." He goes, "Evan sends me questions while I'm on the show, and I read your question." And I'm like, I read the question that I'm supposed to be asking on Mike Chioda's Mailbag, and I'm asking Kevin Sullivan about his son, Ben. And he goes, and Kevin answers the question and no sells about the son. So I'm like, does he have a son named Ben? And then I'm like, oh shit, this is for the wrong show. And he lets the whole thing go. Just absolutely hilarious.
That is tremendous.
It is. So he asked Kevin Sullivan about his son, Ben, about underground merchandise. And Kevin laughs like, yeah, I get it, man. And he also, the question that I asked him was about like, back in the pandemic when no one was in the ring and about how you talked about it last week. And Kevin said he just talked about it like, yeah, he talked about it last week. He didn't talk about it last week. Oh, man. For those of you at home, I know I'm talking around in circles here a little bit, but he asked the wrong question on the wrong show, and it's just hilarious because it was a real specific to one person, and he asked it to someone else, and he answered it. Having said that,
just a quick question about your brunch experience.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So you're talking about the bees. Was one of them B. Brian Blair?
Boom.
How long you been waiting to say that? Waka waka waka.
A few minutes.
Man, you're lucky you wasn't one of the killer bees because you really could have got hurt.
Ooh.
True.
That's where I was going.
What do you got, Mike? Oh, you got a bee joke?
I'm just laughing. I'm thinking.
Hey, I'm allergic to bees, so I sympathize with whoever else was allergic because it ain't no.
You gotta watch out for those killer bees.
Well, we'll be right back. Back to you, James.
Hey, shout out to Lotus for doing the sunrise thing and now like a birthday brunch, like top of the morning, huh?
Yeah, top of the morning for you. Yeah.
Because I know my 17th, birthday was spent probably blackout drunk somewhere. Who knows? But there's enough about that. Well, here we go. So I guess Mike, looking dapper as fuck. Tell him where you got that stuff, and I guess you're up.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Well, this week I was trying to think of something fun to do, and I was thinking
75 episodes.
Yeah, I know. I only took that one. If you guys could live in a movie or TV series, not be a main character, just that's the life you live in, is in that one, what would it be?
Man. I don't know. Cheers seems pretty good.
Right?
Baywatch was fun too.
Game of Thrones.
What'd you say?
Vikings. Game of Thrones or Vikings?
What? You would just get killed?
Oh, I'd be like the baddest dude out there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Kayfabe height and weight, like in your wrestling days.
I'll be counting to three there, buddy.
Oh, there you go. See? You just count to three.
Well,
I'm gonna ready to rumble.
I already lived in Varsity Blues, so I'm not gonna pick that one. I will say Goodfellas is like my second favorite movie, but granted, death and FBI. So, but I would choose Goodfellas because hey, when the good times are good, you're rich as fuck.
No worries.
You know what's real quick? I was making those other two up. My favorite show ever is Lost. And I know, but would you really want to be in that situation? I don't know. But I was jealous that I wasn't. I don't know why, but I really like that show and I loved everything that happened on it. And I'm gonna go with Lost, even though I'm gonna regret it later.
You just want to be a damsel in
distress. Like
distress.
Castaway or something.
A chess player?
Castaway. No, Castaway.
Huh?
With
Tom Hanks.
Well,
Tom Hanks.
You know that dirt road scene was filmed outside of my hometown, where he
Yeah.
finally delivers that package.
Shout out Wilson.
Yeah,
I think being a part of the movie Wolf of Wall Street would be pretty fun too.
Ooh, that would be fun. What about you, Ben?
I'm just trying to think. Maybe something like Seinfeld.
yeah,
Ooh, Seinfeld would be good. Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody said Friends.
because it's a piece of shit show.
Seinfeld would be fun.
One of the Hey, that's a good answer. I feel some have called me a modern day Costanza in my days, so it'd be cool to be one of his friends for sure. Yeah.
Who's left?
That's what I got. That's what I got this week. Just trying.
No, that was good. That was good, Mike. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I know I've thought that way in my life before, and I know there's people that really get into their shows to the point where like they believe them, like kind of like us with wrestling.
I mean, it's not like you're a main character. You're just living that life, around them.
Almost like the Truman Show.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that was
He's a regular character out there, just somewhere in the background.
how mean was the Truman Show, right?
That was brutal.
It's all a lie.
What about Breaking Bad, huh? Just do a bunch of meth.
That's Alabama, James.
You're not paying to be your
I
friends.
live that now.
I'll tell you what, man, the movie Blow looked pretty good too. At least for the first half.
Yeah.
When he ended up in jail, it was a little rough, but the first half was pretty
when
fun.
they're riding in the car and she goes ballistic, oh, man.
Breaking Bad was done in Alabama 5 years ago.
The people involved and the names and locations have been changed to protect.
Yeah, exactly. There's a real teacher here at my high school. He was Mr. Brown instead of Mr. White, though.
Heyo.
Well, I guess that's that, huh?
Mr. Brown is a clown who rides to town in a coffin, huh? Shout out Bob Marley. It's a sweet song. But well, hey, what better way to watch some stuff than with some food? So, Mike, what you got for us to grub on this week?
Well, of course, we are still in football season. So this week, I'm going to do a garlicky chicken wing with jalapenos.
What was that?
What you need for this? Garlicky. Shut up. What you need for this is 3 teaspoons of fish sauce, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. You need 1 tablespoon. Tablespoons. I'm sorry, tablespoons. You need 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, 4 garlics, and 2 pressed, 2 thinned, 2-pound chicken wings. So you need some chicken wings in there. Half a pound of jalapenos. You need 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of oil, some salt. You need a little bit of a small chili, red chili, thin slice, chopped cilantro, and basil. First serving is your ingredients. What you want to do is in a large bowl, whisk together the fish sauce, lime juice, and 1 teaspoon or tablespoon of brown sugar to dissolve. Stir it together real good. Press in the garlic and toss in the wings. Refrigerate for 1 to 3 hours. Air fry the wings at 400 degrees and then transfer the wings and set timer for 15 minutes and do something else. Oh, start cooking for another 8 minutes. Toss in jalapenos with 2 tablespoons of oil and 1 teaspoon of salt. Flip wings around the pepper. Oh, sorry, I lost it.
Glad this is early.
Yeah, right. This is a big one.
You're at the scatter shit peppers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's supposed to be jalapeno peppers because we can't find those anywhere. So the shin chip peppers are supposed to be jalapeno peppers. Around the wings and cook until wings are cooked thoroughly and peppers are brown in spots. 7 minutes is what it takes. And then in a small skillet, heat remaining 2 tablespoons of oil, garlic on low, stir and for 4 minutes, add chili and cook until garlic is brown and put on top of it. There you go. I fucked that one up big time.
Hey, but
Ben, there's a reason this is early, Ben.
but hey, your plate design.
I thought it was an easy one, and I fucked up big time. I had to write down.
Well, it helps when you read the fucker before we do it on the show.
I just copied.
But I'll say your culinary presentation, Mike, gets better and better every week.
Well, I can cook. I just can't read and write.
Hey,
there's my thing.
Well, don't be sad because 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
There you go. Yeah, so garlic pepper wings. Check it out. I'll post it on Twitter next Thursday.
Hell yeah. I like it. You know what else I like?
What's that?
Today's agenda.
Yeah, I guess we kind of did this, huh?
Today's agenda.
I could have gone without doing this week. It's because Ben's here. Ben Jones, friend of the show. And he picked 2 matches for us this week, 2 of his favorites, and I'm going to shoot him over these matches when we get to it. I don't know what he was thinking, and I'm going to mention it several times during the character breakdown and match breakdown. So
yeah, I'll give me a good reason why we shouldn't throw you under the bus right now.
The floor is.
I mean, look, you guys have covered a match where it involved people sticking their thumbs up butts before. So it can't really get much worse than that, right?
Shout out to the bonus episode with Brian Haremza.
It can always get worse. It depends on who you have on your podcast.
Yeah.
So let's go. That's it. Today's agenda.
So it's time for match 1. And I think we're good to go. So let's get it going. It is Hulk Hogan versus Big John Studd. It is for the WWF Heavyweight Championship at a WWF house show. It took place October 19th, 1985, a month and 7 days before greatness was born into this world known as James L. Corey. It took place at the, boy, gonna butcher this, Huron Bithorn Stadium in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'll get that one.
I like it. I like how it's a house show, but it's outside and it's raining. Makes no sense.
This guy.
It had an attendance of 1,200, supposedly. And had a match length of 7 minutes and 22 seconds. But Devin, he is gone because he hates us. So, Ben, why this match?
I mean, why not this match? I mean, when was the last time you saw a good rain match? It's just, there's so much to this match, like little things to pick up on, that it's just one of those unique things worth checking out and seeing what you guys think about it. Obviously not very fondly.
I did think the rain was unique. I mean, of course they didn't plan on it to happen, but that definitely added to the match.
Well, we'll get into that, huh? So just something different, Ben? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's do it, man. Big John Studd.
It's far from my favorite match. I just want to make that clear.
No, we're going to go with it is your favorite match.
God damn it.
So Big John Studd already in the ring, looks pissed off right from the beginning. Hogan, a big intro for him. Mike, does this ring look different to you?
Yeah, because I didn't watch at the time. But it seemed like it might have had some kind of canvas to support rain. Like a tarp.
I agree. It had like a smaller look to it.
You weren't watching before you were born?
I saw that coming. I was going to say something, but I thought it'd be nice.
I mentioned before about the intro. I don't know if it was just how they posted, how they edited it, but did you notice that the music was very loud and you couldn't even hear our commentary team, talking, because all you heard was, Hogan's music, like blast.
By the way, James, who are the commentary team?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was voiced over by Gorilla Monsoon.
Look at him.
Look at him. Man, what a great commentator.
He was. Ben, how did you like Studd's robe and overall look?
I quite liked it, actually, because I thought he was he was a very realistic opponent for Hogan, because he was bigger than Hogan. So he looked like he had a chance to beat Hogan on any night.
I love Big John Studd.
I can see that.
I was a big fan. I actually, you guys are going to laugh, but I actually rooted for him to beat Andre the Giant in the body slam competition, because there was something, I knew he was never going to win. No one ever beat Andre. Like, it happened like twice ever, but there was, I thought he had I thought he just had a way about him. So they locked up
a body slam competition, you say?
I do.
This match was a body slam competition thing.
Oh, well, it never quite gets to that, does it?
Does it?
So they lock up twice. They stop. Adam, have you ever wrestled in the rain before? And be specific.
Actually, no. We almost did when I first started refereeing. But as far as an actual working and having a match, no, I haven't. Never been in the rain.
Any ladies any ladies you know have been lucky enough to wrestle with you in the rain?
I'm just going to hush.
What a Southern gentleman. A Southern gentleman indeed. A lot of nothing going on here early.
What?
Test of strength by both competitors. This is very, very methodical. Knee to the stomach of Hulk. Mike, what do you think of this setting in general, though?
Well, I mean, it was like the strength of test or test of strength, whatever you want to call it.
I love
But
a test of strength of test.
I mean, he was. I don't know. I don't know what I thought about it.
No, but the
I
vibe of
don't
the
know what I thought
place.
about
What'd you think of the vibe of the place? Like the crowd, the outside setting. But
the
let's
crowd
forget
was
the ring.
reacting, of course. I mean, but why would they not? Because Hogan, right there at the beginning of it, Hogan was at the weakest.
Okay.
Well, but
Go ahead.
he,
Sorry, pal.
Gorilla did mention, Hulkster with a tremendous tan really looks good. So shout out to Easy E because that must be a thing, Shout out to Bischoff.
Might then give him the power to overcome everything.
I guess so. And when he went for that attempted slam and this knee right here, there's also the champ went in, but not deep enough. Heard that.
Uh-huh. Who's Big John Studd's best opponent?
Best opponent. You'd have to say Andre. That whole Battle of the Giants thing.
Isn't it funny that Andre did not like him?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Andre didn't like him at all.
Yeah.
And only because he was a big man. There's only one room for one giant around here.
And he stepped over the top rope. That was like the most disrespectful thing that you could do for Andre.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't think anybody ever really measured up to Andre. I think only the closest now is like Satnam Singh. I've said it a few times on this show. Even the Big Show, to me, doesn't have the same look as Andre, but Satnam Singh is a giant. And Big Show's a giant too. But I don't know. There's something about Satnam's face and hands and everything about him. So Hogan with the comeback now. The crowd wants this so bad, don't they, James?
Oh, of course they do. I honestly think, were they chanting "We want blood" during some of this bear hug stuff? Did y'all hear that? I couldn't make it out, but I swear they were saying "We want blood."
I'm not sure.
I thought they were doing like their Bailey type thing. We want hugs.
Well, that's what happens next.
Or we want a flood. We want flood.
So if they did say we want hugs, boy, did they get it. Bear hug by Stud. Ben, this match is boring, and I'm sorry I have to say that because it is. It's very, very boring. But I didn't realize what was really happening at this point. Adam, is it the rain is really affecting these guys' in-ring ability? I mean, what would you have done? What kind of audible would you have called in this situation?
I'd hit the ground and did like a choke hold or a sleeper hold on the ground. I would have been standing up because you notice it gets real slippery in there.
Absolutely. It's dangerous, right?
Yeah, I'd have been on the ground doing like a figure four or some kind of choke hold or sleeper or something.
So back into the bear hug. That seems to be the strategy for now. The ref is checking to see if Hogan is, out. So we're going to one arm up, one arm twice down, one arm. Oh, Hogan is alive. He is going to snap out of it. He is not going to pass out. Mike, this is classic Hogan, right?
Oh, I love it. I love that 1, 2, and when they do that 3, he stops and that's 100% Hogan right there.
Some may even call it vintage Hogan.
I bet you he'll do it today. If he was in the ring, he'll do it today, even though they don't do it anymore.
But it doesn't last long because Stud is back on the offense, back into the bear hug again. Umbrella ups are now up in the crowd. So now you know really what's going on. It's pouring. It's pouring. Go ahead.
Did you notice that people were using chairs?
I had that in my nose.
To the folding chairs over their head. Oh, man, I was laughing.
James, we don't know if McMahon was here or not, but if he is watching this match, what is he saying?
God, this is such good shit.
Atomic drop by Hogan, now out of the ring. Stud into the post, raises Hogan's hand, but it wasn't over. And then, basically, Stud leaves. He just leaves the match. Ben, is this a work? Is this a shoot? Is Big John Studd pissed because they just count him out? What do you think was happening here?
I think it might have actually been a shoot where he's just thought, what, stuff this. I just can't do it. There's no point. We have to go home anyway. I might as well just walk out and get a count out.
So you don't think he just said, fuck it, I'm out? I can't do
Yeah,
this.
that's what I think. Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much.
I
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
I've
You
never
think it was
seen
the
it like
rain? Was it the rain? Rain too
Yeah.
cold?
Yeah.
I ain't
Well,
messing the
even,
rain. If this.
well, even Hogan was pissed, like with his posing. Like he was barely flexing.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know.
Yeah, you can see when
Done.
he went for the championship belt. He's like, "Hey, give me my belt." You can tell he was aggravated.
I mean,
Speaking of the belt, I believe that this was the debut of the '86 title.
Oh, okay.
Hogan's music hits and he wins and he still gets cheered. The fans aren't as disappointed, at least the way I see it, as they should be, but that's the match. Back to you, James.
Well,
Now, James, before you jump on the next thing,
believe me,
Just-
I have a couple
would-
things.
well, I think about this too. Also, did y'all see the card for this show?
No.
The other matches was Tony Atlas versus Steve Lombardi. Corporal Kirshner defeated Tiger Chung Lee. Ricky Steamboat defeated Moondog Spot. Wendy Richter with Cyndi Lauper defeated the Spider Lady with Fabulous Moolah for the women's championship. Then Hogan beat Stud. The Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair and Jumping Jim Brunzell defeated Barry O and Iron Mike Sharp. Tito Santana defeated Randy Savage for the Intercontinental Championship. And Pedro Morales defeated the Spoiler.
In a minute 14. That was the main event of that.
So this was almost like a Saudi show. Bring out all the big guns for a major house show. Put on a big show for Puerto Rico.
Especially having Cyndi Lauper involved as well.
Yeah, that's big, right?
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper and Wendy Richter.
There was a rival. There was another company doing a show with Abdullah the Butcher and stuff the same day as this. Found that in the research.
You know, I wonder what he would be like to meet in person, like not on camera. Because I saw him on Dark Side of the Ring and he was weird. Like he was scaring those guys to death.
I don't know if you guys picked up on this or not, but with Gorilla's commentating, at one point it got a bit staticky. But the original version of this match actually shows Gorilla at the announce table and they cover him with like a tarp to keep him dry.
Huh. I thought it was voiced over.
Because of the rain. Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like they flew him out for it, James.
That big boy shit right there.
Yeah, because he did the ring announcing too, I think.
Did it all.
Yeah.
Probably work Gorilla too. Huh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I do want to say the atomic drop. You notice how Hogan like kneed him in the ass and then like dropped him down. And I have a question for Adam, as an in-ring performer, that throw into the post on the outside, is that the hardest post throw of all time?
I've seen one that's a little bit harder than that. Usually when they just push them from behind and they go, oh!
I think I've sneezed harder than that before.
You see how skinny those ropes were?
That's what I meant about the setting. The ring everything looked different.
That was a 16 by 16 ring, and those ropes was about as big as a water hose.
And no
you know
pads.
who takes a
no turnbuckle pads.
You know who takes a good post hit? Brock Lesnar. Because that's usually the turning point of his match every time.
Yeah.
Hit him into the post.
Or Goldberg, he likes to hit by him.
Oh, by the way, Mike,
say.
I finally just watched The Treasures on Goldberg. Man, you'd love it.
No.
He actually mentions you.
Oh, yeah, I bet he does.
Yeah, he says, he'd like to meet you one day and just see what's up.
Mike says he needs to quit looking for treasures, start looking for his abilities.
Hey, all I got last 30 seconds, and I'm good. He'll be
Heard
out.
that.
Yeah, 30 seconds, huh?
30 seconds. I can run around for 30 seconds. I'm good.
I don't know if you can outrun that spear.
I'll try.
All right. Anybody else have anything? All right, James. I guess it's all you, pal.
Hell yeah. Well, fun stuff there. And, let's keep these fun times pouring on down, or crashing down, as someone say. And let's go to Adam. And Adam, what you got for us?
Oh man, usually I'll do the update on my referee and stuff.
What?
But as you all know, as we record,
No.
WWE just released like 17 more people. Including Elias, Dolph Ziggler. I mean, how do you not have a spot for Dolph Ziggler? and they just signed a thing with SmackDown going back to USA. It's like a $1.4 billion deal. So you're telling me that you signed this big deal, get all this money, you got to release some of your best talents? It just blows my mind.
And they're bringing in new talent.
Exactly. I mean,
that's what I don't get. You're bringing in these other people, for a new contract and everything else, but you're releasing the guys that made you who you are today.
I mean, I understand there's some people on there that they never really used, and they're gone, but
yeah, Dolph.
Don't you want to about Dana Brooke? She was there every day. She worked her ass off. I was a huge fan of hers because she gave it everything she had when she had her opportunity, and Ali.
Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler, Elias. They could all go out there in the ring and work.
Hey, well, they got rid of Elias, but at least they kept his brother Ezekiel. So the family's not.
Yeah, they haven't released him yet, but
I do always wonder, guys, if these people wanted to be released too. I feel like WWE always takes the heat for certain things, but Dolph Ziggler hasn't been used in a long time. He's pushing 40 or is 40. Maybe it was just time. Maybe he's got other plans. I don't know. But
I know he's trying to do the comedy thing, him and his brother.
Yeah.
And they're real good. I like to see him and his brother tag and do something.
Because I always thought Dolph Ziggler, we've talked about it on this show, that he's kind of like a Miz to the WWE, where they put him in where they need him. And if they need a great match or they need a great segment, they know he's going to give it to them. They need to put somebody over, he's going to do that. They need him to win, he's going to do that. He's incredible. So I think there might be more to that, but I don't know. And by the time this comes out, maybe you all do. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I haven't seen the news this morning about the releases, so yeah, can't really comment.
And then there's another news release about this man they might be trying to push him out as far as out of the company and out of the whole merger deal, because he owns like 28 million shares of stock or something. So his stock's up for sale. It's supposed to be like $3 billion, and he might be on his way out the door.
Wow.
/KOC takes over TKO, and you can make your donations, and let's buy this fucker.
Yeah. He needs to sell WWE for $9 billion.
Merged.
So his shares, $3 billion. That's $12 billion. What the fuck else is he going to do? Like with $12 billion? He has what? 15, 20 years left in his life?
If that, yeah. But everything. The I can't remember the guy's name. The Ariel something or another.
Helwani?
But I like him though. He's good.
Oh,
but
Harry Emmanuel or whatever.
Yeah, the guy that does over all of it.
Yeah.
It's not like he didn't know the risk he was getting when he acquired this man and all that. So why all of a sudden is it like, well, he might be a liability, we might need to get rid of him?
The same thing they did with Turner, man. That's what they do. They merge together. Hey, it's going to be a smooth transition. You're always welcome. You're always welcome. Then the minute it goes through, all right, old man, get the fuck out.
Yeah. They've got his stocks up for sale and everything right now.
Yep.
So I don't think it'll be too much longer. He'll be out. He'll be out.
What if it's a Saudi person that has the money and buys them all?
I just want to say something real quick here. I wanted to show this picture again. For those of you that can see it, I know I'm in and out here. This was from our good friend Ben Jones down below. He had made this months and months and months, maybe a year ago at this point. Hulk Hogan with the KOC shirt on, saying, "This doesn't work for me. This shirt works for me, brother." This is one of my favorite things. I'm telling you right now, because it looks so freaking real. It looks like he's really wearing it. And I love this. I have two of them.
He's representing.
I made two of them. I have one in my bedroom and one in my living room. I swear to God.
That's freaking great.
I love it.
Yeah, the wife loves it too, brother. The wife loves it too. Let me tell you.
That was fun. That was fun to put together for you.
Oh man, we appreciated it for sure.
Yeah.
No, but that's it though, man. It just blows my mind how WWE's making money hand over fist, and you tell me you can't find stuff for a couple of these guys that's been with you. Shelton Benjamin too. How do you get around? I mean, he's one of the best guys on the damn roster. All you gotta do is just put him in somewhere, and he's money. And you ain't got a spot for him either.
And you know what sucks though? Does AEW or Impact have a spot for him?
I'd love to see Elias go to like Impact or something because he's really entertaining.
Yeah, I don't want AEW to sign anybody.
They
I just don't.
got so too many people. We talk about this shit all the time.
I mean,
yeah, there's so much. I mean, you can make another company out of talent that's signed that's not used.
Let's do it.
You make a whole another company.
Ben, they got rid of Tenille Dashwood.
That's what I'm saying.
They got rid of Emma.
Ben doesn't watch the current product.
I'm gonna have to soon though.
Yeah, but she's from Australia though. He knows who she is.
Apparently not. You know how big Australia is? I love when Sorensen, I remember when Ben was on with us on a Zoom, and he actually said, aren't you excited that StarCast is coming to Australia? Australia's fucking big, all right? That'd be like saying, for me, that StarCast is coming to California. I'm not going, all right? I'm not flying 5 hours to go there. Yeah, it's like down the street.
Okay, so Elimination Chamber's coming to Australia. Is that going to be anywhere near you?
Right,
yeah, it's coming to Perth. Yeah.
So, Adam, I am a 15-minute walk from the stadium. That's how close I am.
I hope you're going.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm saying I have to get in touch with the current product so I know what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that Perth, I saw Perth. I knew you were good, but Australia's freaking big, man. Not to mention, it is a convict colony.
Well, if you look at Australia and America, like side by side, they're a similar size.
Yes, it's huge. It's not like walking down the
it's-
street. He made it sound like because StarCast was coming there, you were like going to stroll down the road.
Yeah.
They didn't say they were coming to Perth.
Yeah, that's right.
I was dying.
Hey, Ben, I do have a suggestion. You said you live a 15-minute walk from the arena, right?
Yeah.
Sell parking tickets. Let people park right there in your yard. They have to walk 15 minutes, and that pays for your tickets. Boom.
I like what you're saying, but I'm in an apartment building, so that
I knew the answer to that. I waited because I knew it was an apartment. I was waiting.
You could have played it off. Hey, that's a good idea.
Maybe talk to your landlord.
Hey, Whitaker, that's a great idea. I'll look into it.
All right.
I'm just saying. I mean, you're right there. Get people to park there, and damn $50 to park there, and that's it. There's your tickets right there.
I mean, I'm going to have to charge probably about 200 cars for the price of the tickets, though.
Less than a WrestleMania tickets. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Remortgage my house.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looks like it's time to keep this going. And Bryant, I hope you're ready because I'm gonna audible from what Brad put because karma is definitely a bitch. And but I wanted to switch things around because we have Ben on the show, so I want to involve Ben in my topic. Ben, part of the podcast, the Zipco Bros, which is guys located at all kinds of different zip codes, coming together. Some would say they're located in different time zones. And a little birdie put in my ear, hey, you should check out a map of Australia's time zones. And I did. So I kind of want to know, hey, Ben, what the fuck is going on with Australia's time zones? How do you have time zones stacked on each other? And how do they change with the season? So I would really love some explanation on this.
Okay, so I'm in the green area, and the yellow and the purple regions, they are the ones that change their clock for daylight savings, and we don't do shit.
I got you.
So you stay the same all year, no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Doesn't even look like.
So it's nice and easy. Yeah.
But what's with the time zones stacked on each other? Are they just all the same time zone? Just
it's a great
yeah. So
you said one's for daylight savings time, right?
So the purple region is like 2 to 3 hours difference to me, and then the yellow section is like an hour and a half difference.
But why are they divided like Northern Territory, South Australia, Queensland? Like, because in America, which is the only thing I can relate to, we have like East, Mountain, Central, like it's all up and down, up and down. But this one's like,
Yeah,
Well,
it's just done by state. So
So he's saying that it's not 9:30 on the top one and 10:30 on the bottom one. That's just the daylight savings time difference, correct?
yes, that's right.
Okay.
okay. Because when I looked at it, I was like, what is
Yeah,
the
it looks
Earth?
confusing.
Does the Earth rotate different?
God, this is what throws me off. In America, the time zones are differentiated by 1 hour, like an hour each. Yours is an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Another half hour. That's what
How
throws
dumb is
me
that
off.
shit, huh?
Yep, it's not perfect, but no, I mean
Either
it
are
seems.
we.
What's that?
He said
Say
neither
either are we.
in his own language.
But I just wanted to point that out and get some explanation on it. Hey, you educated the audience with that, so
Tasmania looks badass. This whole
Yeah,
little-
how come you're there?
you have to take a boat.
I've always wanted to go there. It's supposed to be a really beautiful part of the world, actually. So very cold, I think. So. But yeah, I feel sorry for them because they're sort of broken away from the mainland.
So I'm going to look like an idiot. So they used to be connected?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Pangea, didn't we all used to be connected?
I know. I just look at that like he said breaking away. Like how much long's that been going on? Boy, I didn't see this
Yeah.
coming, James.
Yeah, a geography lesson.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. And another thing I wanted to mention, on like TikTok and all that stuff, you see the reels from that I think it's called the Marshmallow Company or something like that. Is that around your area? Because I didn't really research this part. Probably should have. But on TikTok, they have this marshmallow like place, and they're viral for like all these crazy ass marshmallows they make. And I think,
Oh, I haven't seen it.
well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, I like the sounds of it though.
Yeah. And just wanted to point out, like, you got Rhea Ripley, Buddy Murphy or Matthews or whatever it is. Y'all said Emma. There's a lot of talent that comes from down under. So, it's cool.
Well,
that they're doing
actually,
a pay-per-view
we've got about 50 independent promotions in the country.
Damn.
So yeah, so it's always pumping out a lot of talent.
Now, is that like your area, or is that
No,
the whole?
the whole country. Yeah, so
Okay.
I think we've got about 3 or 4 here in Perth. And
I
the
would
rest
also
just
I would
sort of-
also like to say that off her chops is on the premier streaming network, which is Jesse McKay and Cassie Lee from Australia. So there you go.
True.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. Well done.
Our sisters on the network, huh?
Hopefully,
So
they'll-
here's
hopefully they'll get
when
a few more
WWE
listens.
comes to you, like it's a big deal. Like everybody, even if they're not like big wrestling fans, they go to it, or is it just wrestling fans that go to it?
Just wrestling fans. Yeah, they don't get much of a turnout, but it's fun. It's fun for the people to go. It's,
I agree. I think it could be.
yeah.
I mean, especially for
I mean,
fans that don't get it all the time.
exactly. Like with the absence of WWE coming here on a regular basis, it's the only thing we've got really.
Right. Okay.
It's interesting, man. It's a different world, that's for sure. I never thought I'd know someone from Australia, really.
For real.
Yeah.
What a wonderful community this is that we can all like interact this way. Really, I mean, we talk about this all the time. It's just crazy how wrestling brings everybody together.
AFS has been a game changer.
Yes,
Straight up.
Yeah, right.
we agree for sure. Usually that is James' segment.
Right. Wrestling bringing people together. And now we're worldwide. Hell, you're I think our second international guest that we've had. So, hey, man,
Yeah, that's it.
just met each other through some wrestling podcasts. As crazy as it sounds.
So good.
I like it. And that's pretty much all I have. So, we might as well keep What?
Keep talking. Keep
Oh,
talking.
well, you know what else is so good is our second match, because my goodness, it's a barn burner. Which one is it? Well, glad you asked. It is Adrian Adonis versus Uncle Elmer. Great screenshot by Bryant right there. So shout out, you can see this on Premier Streaming Network. It took place WrestleMania 2, the LA portion of WrestleMania 2, from the LA Memorial Sports Arena in Los Angeles, California. The date it took place was April 7th, 1986. It had an attendance of 14,500. It had a match length of 3 minutes and 1 second. And some would say that's just not enough time, right? And then Meltzer, your boy, gave it 1 star. But Devin, oh, that's right, he hates us still. So, Ben, why this match?
Okay, so this is criminally underrated as the worst match in WrestleMania history. Not enough people are talking about how bad this match is. So again, it's one of those random things that needs to be looked at.
Ben, this is one of my favorite WrestleManias. I've talked about it on the show many times because it's got Bundy and Hogan. And again, not a great match, but I remember this pay-per-view very well. And I'm going to go right back to you on this because I didn't have this written down, but what did you think of this WrestleMania with the 3 different locations?
I liked it actually because it's as like an 8-year-old kid watching it, you're like, oh wow, we get to cross over to these different cities and different announce teams, and yeah, I thought it was great. And
they say it's live in all 3 places.
Yeah,
seems almost impossible, right?
Oh well, with time zones, Brad.
It seems like a real hard thing to put together. That's all.
But having 3 main events in the one pay-per-view, like that was a pretty, like it got the viewers in. That's for sure.
And it was only 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And now it's
like 3 days long, right? So, all right, let's get into it. We are going to talk a little bit about this Adrian Adonis character. It was an unusual character at the time. So we are going to get into that a little bit because that is a big part of this match. But Adrian Adonis and Jimmy Hart entrance with absolutely no music. Adam, is this Adrian Adonis character the epitome of making the most out of what you're given as a gimmick?
100%. I mean, he's got the bow in his hair. He's got the leg warmers. I mean, it's back then you could get by with it, and you got real heat for it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember this very vividly. I remember. I'll get into it. I'll get into it because I remember this a lot as a kid. I really do. It was very, very different. Ben, did you know Adonis before this character?
Yeah, the biker gimmick that he had in '85, and so I was watching kind of on a regular basis to see that transition into this character now. So, yeah, completely different. But the way he was so talented. Like to be able to pull off both those characters in that time frame, like yeah, just a really good talent.
Amazing. And if anybody, I'm sure a lot of our guys here and a lot of the people we listen have watched the Dark Side of the Ring episode on Adrian Adonis. Highly recommend it. It tells you the whole story of him and his ups and downs for sure. So Uncle Elmer entrance he's introduced from Philadelphia, Mississippi, which it's just you don't hear it too often. With a ton of security, which I'm not sure why. Maybe there was more to that story, and to pretty big ovation. I mean, Mike, this is right up your alley, isn't it?
Right up my alley?
Yeah, this is your kind of guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's an old redneck. He can whip somebody's ass.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like someone that you would see. I just thought, not that, yeah, I knew you're from Georgia. That's not what I meant, but I always a rough talk.
No, but I mean, you're right. I mean, it's somebody that I would root for at the time. I mean, he's a country boy. He's out there and doing his thing.
James, so before we get this match started, who are the announcers?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Brad. It is Lord Alfred Hayes, Jesse Ventura, and Elvira. And before you get going, did anybody recognize the great ring announcer?
No, go ahead, James. Who was it?
Oh, well, it was Lee Marshall.
Ah, they're great. Am I right on that?
Mhm.
But what about Elvira? Because she was smoking.
As our good friend Braden Toon would say, fire. So
Fire.
he said it. I listened to the show today. He said that quite a bit. It was good. So Adrian Adonis all worked up on the outside here, and this is quite the visual. Honestly, this is quite the visual. Elmer on the attack. Adrian selling off the charts early. Adam, did you what did you think of that?
I mean, I gotta be honest. I tried to watch this match, and it was just I couldn't get excited. I mean,
I mean, tried to watch it. It's 4 minutes. You couldn't get through a 4-minute match.
I just looked down the whole time.
You know what'll help you get excited through a 4-minute match? Blue Chew.
After I seen Uncle Elmer swing and hit him, and he fell with him, I lost it. I forget it.
Well, he is selling off the charts here. So out of the ring, back in now. Elmer punches Adonis out of the ring again. Jimmy Hart is helping. Elmer pulling the dress off Adonis. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, Adam. This is Shawn Michaels type shit here. Okay.
He made Uncle Elmer look way too good.
So Elmer's the one you don't like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I loved Adonis. I mean, it's just he tried way too hard. This is almost worse than the Hogan and Shawn Michaels.
Look, it's still the entertainment time in WWE, but this is the entertainment era. This is when they were just.
He was selling a lot for a lot of stuff up here.
Now Elmer pulls him back into the ring, or Adonis back into the ring over the rope. Adonis stuck in the rope. Ben, is Adonis not known for offense? Because what's going on here? He hasn't thrown a punch yet.
Yeah, he's just trying to put Elmer over like he's really strong and powerful, and he's got no chance to beat him. And just like you said, just overselling it to make him look good.
Well, now finally, after I asked that question, a right hand by Adonis, finally starting it up. Adonis out of the dress now and is posing in the middle of the ring. Avalanche by Elmer in the corner, misses, and then misses, or no, then he misses the big leg. He got the avalanche, then misses the big leg. Adonis on the top, headbutt off the top with the win. He puts a rose on his back. Mike, this is just fun. You just have to enjoy for what it is, right?
Oh yeah, that's it. I mean, it's all funny games right now. That's all they're doing. This is a piss break match, I guess.
I mean, James, is Adonis like just a great heel though?
For the time being, doing a gimmick like this, pretty much. I mean, the makeup, the dress, the black eye thing, which, hey, whatever. Leave that where it is. But yeah. And I know that on commentary, they were Elvira definitely was, throwing some heat his way for sure.
Any one-liners you can share with us?
Well, here's the thing, and I'm glad that you came to me on this. I don't have any one-liners specifically. Well, except for the cellulite comment, which, hey, what's funny is women are told they're beautiful no matter what size they are. Whatever size, whatever weight, hey, women are beautiful. You're beautiful, baby. Don't worry about it. You're beautiful. But when two big guys get in there, it's trash 'em all Jones. You know what I'm saying? Just you bash their weight. They're fat, lazy, stinky, ugly. But, yeah, that's all I wanted to mention about that. They overplayed the weight on these guys, and I was like, okay. Like, it's underwritten. It's lazy to me. Like, come up with something else,
Yeah. I remember the flower shop. You guys were a little young. So it actually, I don't know if I had the timeline exactly right, but I believe it almost replaced Piper's Pit for a while when Piper wasn't around. And it would come out. Yeah. And I remember Jimmy Hart coming out and saying, this is the flower shop with the adorable Adrian. And it was, I don't think I have that exactly right, Ben, the way I said that, but it was so over the top. And for 1987, is this 87? I mean,
it's 1986. Yeah.
This was groundbreaking.
But that's what led to Piper's face turn when he came back.
Yes, I remember him tearing up I'm sorry, Ben. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's exactly what happened. He came back to reclaim that talk show spot, and had to take out the flower shop in doing so.
I will never forget that. It was like just ripping apart the flower shop, and everybody is cheering for the first time in my life for Piper, of all people, because this guy was less likable than Roddy Piper.
That's good shit. That's good stuff right there.
It was. And like I said, nowadays a character like this is actually a face, which is a good thing. And it's funny that at the time it was actually a heel type character, that this is what drew heat. So different times. I think we're in a better place now, but it was interesting and good for Adonis to be able to pull off a character like this, being that he was completely not this character at all. Completely not. So.
I mean, also during the match, like you could hear some derogatory comments from the crowd, like the chants. So, like you say, Brad, at that time, it was a heat magnet.
Yeah. And I know it was based a little bit off of Gorgeous George. Is that right as well?
Yeah. Yeah, but just amped up a little bit.
Definitely amped up. Definitely take it to the next level, if you might even say that. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this match for what it was. I didn't take it too seriously. And I remember this Adonis character very, very well as a kid, because it definitely was different than everything else they had on the TV at the time. So I enjoyed it, Ben. So
it's actually a shame that Adonis didn't have a better opponent at this WrestleMania.
Was this his only WrestleMania? I don't know.
No, because WrestleMania 3, he had that retirement, or the hair match with Piper.
Okay, yes, and then that was kind of it for that Adonis character, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I did see that in Dark Side of the Ring. All right, anyway, James, that's it. Ben, appreciated it. Thank you. Back to you. Actually, I got listener questions. You want to do those?
Yeah, let's get down to them.
Man, I always do this and I'm not ready. All right, so this goes back to the first match, and most of this is just about Ben, not about the matches so much, but hey now.
Yeah, Ben.
Bobby KX, no, I'm kidding. Bobby Duncan wants to know, what did you think the rain added to the match's story in Hogan versus Stud?
I guess it was a romantic setting for the bear hug. Yeah.
Oh yeah, cue Careless Whisperer.
It probably saved the match, to be honest, because I don't think that Stud and Hogan really wanted to be there by the looks of it.
You think it saved the match? I think it just, they made the best what they could out of it. I don't think it helped the match. That's my opinion. I don't think it helped the match. I just think that they didn't know what to do. And now the match is famous for it being rained on, right? We might even not even know about it if it wasn't for the rain, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point.
Anybody else have anything on that from Mr. Bobby?
Nah.
Okay. So Amy V, friend of the show, by the way, she sent us a picture today, me, James, and Adam.
Yeah, that was interesting.
We'll share it with you guys later. She's a piece of work. She wants to know, Ben, have you been to see a WWE show live in Australia? And are your boys wrestling fans? Your sons?
So my boys aren't fans, which is disappointing. I've tried to brainwash them several times, but they're just not biting. I went to a couple of house shows in '86 when WWF first toured here. I've been over to Melbourne for the Global Warning Tour. That was a 56,000 fan show. So the main event for that was Triple H versus Rock versus Lesnar in a triple threat match.
Damn.
Hogan was actually billed to be on the card, but the week of the show is when Lesnar took him out on SmackDown, and he never showed. So that was disappointing. And not a WWE event, but I saw the Hulkamania tour here. So Hogan versus Flair.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bischoff talks about that on that one episode.
All the time. Domino Chris wants to know, what's the weather like tomorrow? Asshole. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But seriously, ask him why the fuck he picked those matches, because those are incredibly random. And we've kind of covered that, but if you have anything else to add, I don't know.
Not really. I just hope he's enjoyed the breakdown of it.
So they also want you to try to explain Australian rules of football to the crew and wait for the glorious reactions.
Okay. So yeah, it's a very unique sport. Have you guys seen anything of it?
Yeah, McAfee used to do a segment on the show like in the COVID times, because he had a Sharon. Some team sent him a Sharon.
Yeah, okay. So
No.
it's a bit of a combination between NFL, soccer, and basketball. Like it's the objective is to get the ball into the goal or like a touchdown, but you have to kick it through the goal. The players don't wear padding or helmets. They can tackle each other like quite forcefully. The basketball component, where like if they're running with the ball, they have to bounce it every 15 yards or something. And so so you can't throw the ball. You have to either kick it or hand pass, which is where you hold the ball in, say, like your left hand and punch it with your other hand to your teammate. So
Like a volleyball.
It's a bit of a scrappy game, but it's non-stop. Like there's no stoppages. You know, it's not stop and start like NFL is, but there's always something going on. So it's fun. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting game. It's not football, but it's interesting, right?
Yeah.
I like the shape of the Sharon. I think the Sharon shape and how they like model it and stuff with like logos and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Like color coordinated to the team sometimes. I like that.
Yep.
So what made you pick the Steelers over the Eagles?
Oh, you're going to hit me with that.
Well, yeah, you freaking threw it in my face about a year ago. Here we are.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought, there was a lot more. There's a lot more talk about the Steelers than the Eagles.
Well, you said it. It's the 6 Super Bowls.
So yeah, I mean that helps.
It's all right. I don't think you've watched it anyway.
I've watched some highlights.
All right. Last question here is from Rob Hewitt, friend of the show. Who is Elmer an uncle to? Or is his first name Uncle and his last name Elmer? I can't.
I love that question, dude. I read it and I was dying laughing. Shout out
tried to get a straight face to it.
Okay, from what I know, storyline, I think he's supposed to be Hillbilly Jim's uncle.
Yeah, he was. They
came
out together. I remember that. They were like the Hillbilly Jims,
Yeah, because you had cousin Luke, Hillbilly Jim, and Uncle Elmer.
That's a great gimmick, man. Because that's real. Yeah. They're just 3 farm guys. What's the big deal, right? I mean, you have the House of Black now. If that's allowed, these 3 hillbillies can come out.
Yep.
All right. That's it for the questions.
They even had Uncle Elmer's wedding on TV. Like, shoot wedding.
We should be doing a watch along of that.
For real. I will say, number one, just got a notification on my phone that an NFL game is starting right now. So, shout out Devin. We're already through both matches. Isn't that funny?
He's such a dickhead.
But there is
He's married soon.
Yeah, this is pretty much we're counting down his final episodes now. Because the goddamn kick out crew, we may be taking applications in the future, so get your resumes ready.
Ben, he actually says he's not going to take any time off from the show for the wedding. Do you believe in any of that?
No, that's not going to happen.
I give it 2 months. He's done. He's done by the turn of the year.
I would expect him to be off the 5th when he's getting married on the 7th. Isn't there some kind of like rehearsal dinner involved?
Well, here's the thing, Brad. He doesn't know yet, but he won't be here.
He hasn't got the invite.
Because she will let him know you're not recording now.
It's wedding, and then the next week he's going to the Poconos for the. Like he says he's gonna be back by then. I'm like, what are you doing? Going on a weekend?
We do have a last minute question though.
Oh, perfect. Go ahead.
It comes to us from Bryant Haremza from somewhere in Nebraska. So Bryant asks, which match is worse, this match or Hogan versus Bundy cage match?
Bullshit.
Oh,
is he talking? Which match is he talking about? Is he talking about Adonis or is he talking about
Adonis?
Hogan?
I think the Adonis one.
They're both awesome. That's my answer. I
Oh,
might
you.
watch WrestleMania 2 later tonight.
I doubt that.
Maybe tomorrow.
No, you're married.
Because I guarantee you this for our show next week. Adam's not going to have our matches ready for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, ain't that the truth?
I
But
don't know.
hey, is that
That'll do it.
that's all for the listener questions. I want to
Yeah,
thank
that's it.
everybody. You can submit them on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever you get your socials. Obviously, we are Kick Out Crew on all of those socials because, well, you know that. You know why? Because it's your show. We just do it. Speaking of just doing it, I guess it's time for Ben's topic. So Ben, pretty pumped up for this one, man. Yeah, it's your show, buddy. Take it away.
Yeah, apparently. So I'm going to bring in some Jonesy's jokes, which
Yeah.
so,
Yes. These are so much better than the Wonkas.
wow, you guys have given me a better reaction than on my own podcast.
I love when the glasses go on. What a gimmick, huh?
These actually have proper
I know, but you always
lenses
Uh-oh.
as well. They're not just.
you always did it on the show too. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Where's Adam? I want to see.
Oh,
for this.
Oh, notice he's gone all of a sudden, huh?
petty mayonnaise over here.
He's got his pen and paper ready.
Yeah.
I'll show him.
I've got 5.
He usually has 4.
See, already better.
All right, you ready, Bama?
Yeah, see, when they're real good, you don't need 5.
Bring it. Okay. Number 1. So I am making a documentary series on how to fly an airplane. We are currently filming the pilot.
Yeah.
Woo!
I like that one.
I like it.
Number 2. Which celebrity is always ready for cereal?
Ted Bundy.
Reese.
What?
It's Reese.
He's a
Reese
serial
Witherspoon.
killer.
Reese Witherspoon. Reese
Oh.
Witherspoon.
Knew that one.
James.
I knew it right when you said it. I was like, oh, Reese Witherspoon. Hell yeah.
He was waiting for you to answer.
I like it. I like that one.
All right, number 3. My wife asked me to go to get 6 cans of Sprite from the store. When I got home, I realized that I had picked 7 up.
Ah.
Okay, number 4. To the person who stole my place in the queue, I'm after you now.
Ah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a thinker.
All right. Now, this last one's just stupid, but anyway.
You needed 5, so.
What's great? Okay, what's green, fuzzy, has 4 legs, and will kill you if it falls out of a tree?
Alligator?
It's a pool table.
Boy, felt that one.
Oh,
So there we go. Jonesy's jokes.
well done.
I like it. My face hurts from smiling and laughing so much, man. And
I can tell. I
don't think I've ever been able to say that on our next segment, which is the hottest rising segment. Boy, plan this out back to back. So,
Whoops.
hey,
Like I knew, huh?
but hey, why not get a little rebuttal and maybe a couple more laughs? So let's keep the fun going with your favorite segment, our favorite segment. It's Waka 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 with Adam. So Adam, take it away.
All right, so here we go.
Good grief, this is awesome.
Hang on. Hang on. Oh, okay, here we go.
For our audio listeners, boy, you got to check the video sometime. I'm telling you.
Exclusively on Premiere.
This will help. This will help.
Let's see here.
Mike is dead.
Let me see here. Okay. So somebody complimented me on my parking today. They left a nice, sweet note on my window. It said, "Parking fine."
Yeah.
So I thought that was real nice of them. What are you trying to do, Brad?
What makes you think it's me?
Because you're holding something up to your thing. All right, let's see here. Where am I at? Oh, yeah, number 2. Let's see here.
Wow, I thought you're killing it, bro.
Let me see. I hate it when people tell me age is just a number because it's clearly a word.
Ah, like that one. That was
Ah.
Freaking Mike.
good. Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm laughing at Adam. I don't give a fuck what he says. I'm laughing at him. So check it on Mirror Stream Network because you got to see it.
Nice plug.
I had to fire the guy that mows my lawn. He just wasn't cutting it.
Yeah.
All right, and the last one, number 4. Yeah, 1, 2. Hang on.
No, good grief.
Yep, 4.
This is brutal.
All right.
Yeah. Imagine for the people listening.
I was excited when Apple announced that they were going to start selling cars until I heard that it doesn't support Windows.
Oh man. Hey. A champion's clap to both of you. That was a lot of fun. I really did appreciate that.
I can see better with them glasses too. That's weird.
Well, but hey, what better way to keep these laughs going with one of our more popular segments seems to be making a return there, B-Rad. So what you got for us on this one?
So because we are welcoming Ben Jones to the show, and he's been a longtime fan, for one night and one night only, probably not one night, but hey, one night only, we have brought back FMK because we just don't care. Come on now. So this is the Australian edition.
Oh,
Go figure. What do I mean? Why not, right? So either these ladies have lived in Australia or are from Australia, and the gentleman as well. So let's start with Naomi Watts. Isla, I don't know if it's exactly right. Fisher?
Isla
Fisher.
From
the Wedding Crashers.
I need to know who it is so I can Google this stuff. Who am I looking for?
Isla Fisher.
ASLA. And finally, Elle McPherson. Oh, wait. Devin ain't here. Ben, since you've had the most time to prepare, go ahead, pal.
Okay. So I'm going to marry Elle McPherson because why wouldn't you want to wake up with a supermodel every day? I'm going to fuck Isla Fisher because I think like the fiery little redhead would be fun for one night, and Naomi's going to have to go.
All right. You're not quite ready yet, are you, Mike?
No, I got Naomi Fisher. That's all I got right now.
You got Naomi Watts?
Adam, you next.
I don't know who the hell they're talking about.
Go ahead, Adam.
I don't know who they are.
You're a liar.
I really don't. I'm looking them up right now.
Well, you guys are killing it.
Boy, howdy. Professional podcast.
You don't know who Elle McPherson is? You don't know who Isla Fisher is? And you don't know who Naomi Watts is?
Naomi Watts. I got the other chick. Who's the third one?
Elle McPherson. Go ahead, James. You know who these girls are.
Yeah. So I'm marrying Ella McPherson because, why not? Why not? And I think for one time would be Isla Fisher because, she plays a little crazy out of control and, that could be your one night thing, And Naomi, I mean, she just, hey, it's nothing personal. She just didn't make the cut.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
All right, redhead. Who's the redhead?
Isla Fisher.
Yeah, I'm marrying her because I'll wake up to her every fucking day. Attitude, not crazy, psycho. It don't matter. I'm waking up to her every day.
Good joke right there.
Just,
Keep going.
and then we got Elma Nelson.
Uncle Elmer is
Uncle
not here. But if he was here, he'd be all of it. No,
Okay,
El McPherson.
Elma chick, which is on my phone right now.
Issue? Come on, bro.
The Elma chick that's on my phone right now. Who else?
Naomi Watts.
Okay. I'm marrying the redheaded chick. I'm fucking Elma and Naomi. I'm getting rid of.
Okay. Adam, did we figure out who these girls are yet?
Yeah, Elma. I'm killing Elma. Fucking Naomi, and I am marrying Isla Fisher because I know who you're talking about now from Wedding Crashers.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that movie, by the way.
Yes, sir.
I bet you do.
No, I mean,
No, it's.
I don't even know what a quail is, you know?
It's cool, right? It's cool.
Shout out Vince Vaughn.
Shout out Vince Vaughn. It's hilarious in that movie. They're all hilarious. All of them. All right, so I'm marrying Isla Fisher. I love her. That's the only reason. I'm going to fuck Elle McPherson, and I am going to kill Naomi Watts. And you know what? I think I'm happy with my decisions. So let's go to the gentlemen. We have Hugh Jackman.
Hey.
We have Keith Urban, the country singer. You should know that one, Mike. and Chris Hemsworth. Everybody should know these guys, except for Ben.
Oh, Captain America?
Stop.
Do you remember Devin on one of our
Thor.
episodes?
It's
Like,
Thor.
Captain America?
Thor. No, Thor.
All right, Mike.
That's the joke.
Slow down, pal. All right, go ahead, Ben.
Who is the second guy you said?
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban. Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right. I'm going to marry Hugh Jackman because he's just an overall good guy. He's funny, talented, and that would be good. I'm going to fuck Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
I think, having that role play of Thor and the hammer and all that, I think that's
the hammer, all right.
Brad got way too excited over that.
And
the hammer. He's saying he got the hammer.
And Keith Urban, he's going to get the guitar shot because I don't care for his music.
Yeah, it's still kinky.
I'm right with Ben. I agree 100%. Because get rid of the damn country singer. Who wants to listen to that shit?
Mike, maybe? I don't know. Go ahead, Mike.
I scream and think. I'm thinking on this one.
All right. James, go ahead, please.
Oh, man. So, boy, this might be the popular consensus. I think I'm marrying Hugh Jackman. He's in shape. He can kick a lot of ass. I can't kick a lot of ass, which will definitely come into play moving forward for sure. Let's see. Hemsworth. I don't know, though, man. Don't you kind of want to marry Thor so he always kicks ass? So this is a tough one. I may switch it up. I may marry Hemsworth because, number one, he can get fat like me and we can hang out, and then he can also get real skinny again and just beat everybody's ass.
Fat Thor is awesome.
Fucking Hugh Jackman because he just wasn't good enough to marry, but hey, we can have some fun. And then on the drop, nice. On the drop, I'm going with Keith Urban because I do like country, but it's older country. Like if this was Garth Brooks, that'd be a tough one. But he's not Australian.
Or some George Strait or something like that.
He is married to Nicole Kidman. Shout out.
That is true. So yeah, that is my drop. It would be Keith Urban.
All right, Mike.
So Hugh Jackson, I am going to fuck him because
is that the other? Which one was he in the Jackson 5? What did he play?
He was Ukraine.
Oh, I thought you said Hugh Direction.
No. Hugh Jackson.
Jackman.
whatever. But still, we can do some crazy shit together, and he's gonna survive because he heals. Thor, I'm marrying him because he's the god of thunder. So if he's the god, I ain't got nothing to worry about. And Keith Urban, he's out the window.
I can't. I had decisions made, but they're going to be unmade now. So we're going to marry Hugh Jackman because I'm a big fan of The Greatest Showman. Right? Am I right? Of course you are. All right, that's what I was expecting there. I'm going to kill Chris Hemsworth. At least I'm going to try to. I don't need to be showed up every chance I get with his hammer. And then
you can't even pick up his hammer.
And then me, Keith Urban, and that beautiful young lady of his are gonna have a great night together. Cheers! Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for playing.
I like this game, Brad. You know, the element of surprise, obviously, because I'm a wrestling fan, so I like the element of surprise. But hey, we may have to shoot Mike these names before we record, so he knows what's going on.
Hugh Jackson was a great guy.
Oh man, hey, I like never can say goodbye to that one. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry.
And Elmer McPherson has always been one of my favorites.
Shit, hey, and if you want some chicken wings, be sure to get some shit peppers. You know what I'm saying?
All I know is this. Thank God.
Shitting after them wings.
Shit peppers is what they're called. Shit peppers.
Thank God we did the meat minute early.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but you can't argue.
I'm glad. I'm happy.
We all are. Back to you, James.
There's so much fun on this, but it looks like our preview of next week is up, and it says Adam on here. So Adam, what is next week?
Okay, here you go, right here. I got a favor just for you, brother.
James. Rolando has had a little birdie on his shoulder and it's been whispering something in my ear. But you've been running your mouth. Well, on the 28th, you're going to have to actually talk to Rolando. Because I'm coming on your show. You and I, we're going to have a little chat. I'll see you then.
You gotta be fucking joking me, huh?
Next week, we're going to have NWA superstar Rolando Perez on the show, baby.
I feel a cold coming on already.
Hey, does he have a dog?
I will say that's the most crowd feedback he's ever got is that dog barking.
I can't wait.
I got to run into him this past Saturday, and I might have been that little birdie. I'm not going to confirm or deny that.
This is not. Well, how tall is that birdie that fits on his shoulder? You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking hummingbirds are like Godzilla to his ass.
Keep talking, pal.
Oh, yeah, it's only getting worse.
Might as well keep going.
This is not going to be a fun episode for James.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, shit. Well,
and I went ahead and messaged him earlier just to confirm. I said, you are coming next week, right? He said, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait.
Cannot.
Awesome. I'm real excited for that.
Time to pay the piper next week. I don't know if I have the money.
This is a year in the making.
Yeah.
Not. Well,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that may be a good one to tune into. Is it a work? Is it a shoot? Find out next week. Oh, boy, howdy. Can't wait. Well,
so glad I'm a referee and I know a couple of people now.
Oh, boy.
I mean, that was the match we watched with Mackenzie Page, and that was the first time James called him a jackass.
Yeah, because, I mean, he looks like a jackass.
He has probably said it 74 times since.
He just keeps going with it.
Well, hey, we are looking for guests, I guess, because if we let this jackass on, we must be, struggling for guests. Boy, howdy, this is getting deep now. But that being said, I want to thank Ben for being on with us today. Long time coming. You definitely have to come back. Obviously, depending on how the time zones go. We definitely want you back. We appreciate the support, man. I do, and I know I speak for everyone, but I don't speak for everyone. But your continued support for us has meant a lot. You're one of the first ones that kind of like started going a little above and beyond, and you didn't have to, man. Like you really didn't. And the fact that you like us, like when people say that they listen and are fans, kind of trips me out because I don't know what's real and what's fake, wrestling. But I know it's genuine from you, and I know that we really, really greatly appreciate it, and hope you had fun. And yeah, man, anything you want to add, go ahead.
Thanks so much, James. Yeah, I mean, I've told you all separately before, but you guys really helped me out through some tough times, and yeah, I really appreciate you, and I love seeing what you are doing and continue to do, and I'm always going to be a friend and a fan. So yeah, from my heart, thank you.
Means a lot, brother. Means a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Long time coming, Ben. I'm really glad you came on. You're a good friend of us and friend of the show and everything else, but good friend first. So thanks so much for coming on today. I'm glad you were able to.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad you were able to sit back, relax, and ease your life's worries, especially before you get your day going, because definitely early there. But
that is crazy.
As always, I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you for the continued support. Kick Out Crew on all of your socials, even YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. We really enjoy interacting with our fans and friends because, hey, it's your show, obviously. And you want to be a guest, just hit up Not Me. And, you can hit up anyone and see, what happens. That being said, like Ben just mentioned, hey, times do get tough. And, the thing about it is, in moving forward, times are probably going to get tough again. But guess what? Like Ben did, and like he's going to do, like we all do. You know what we did? We fucking kicked out. Because no matter what ails you and what life's troubles is, tomorrow that sun rises, and hey, you never know what tomorrow brings. But you only get there when you kick out at 2, because that's what we do on your show, The Kick Out Crew. So thank you again, Ben. Thank you, everybody. And I guess we'll see you next week with a jackass. Next week. So goodbye.
Run.